Hey, it's Phil. In this Beacons.ai versus SuperProfile video, I'm going to compare these two link in bio software. So if you're someone thinking about getting started, by the end of this video, you'll know which one is right for you. And just before we get into it, if you do decide to choose one of these two platforms, I've also left my referral links down in the description. So if you want to help support my channel, I've also got some additional bonuses. So once again, go ahead, check it out. Links down in the description. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So this is Beacons.ai and this is SuperProfile. Now these are both link in bio software as I mentioned before, but they do have a set of features which are quite specific to a particular type of person. So what I'm going to do is explain who I believe both of these platforms are actually for, because it is quite a bit different. Now the good thing about both of these platforms, it is free to get started. So what we'll do is first of all talk about the pricing, and then we'll go into the actual back office. So first of all, we'll compare by monthly just to keep things similar. Inside of Beacons.ai, we have got a free plan. Now inside of this free plan, you do get access to majority of these features. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit limited, so they incentivize you to eventually go into a more expensive plan. But you do get a lot of, once again, the features to get started. The only thing that you really need to watch out for is they do let you sell your own products, but they do have a 9% seller's fee. So if you sell your own courses, if you sell your own digital products, even if you're an affiliate for someone who's got a program hosted on Beacons, you're going to get charged 9% on all of these sales. So if you decided to actually upgrade, we do have 3 more plans. We've got the Creator Pro, and with this, you still have to pay the 9% seller fee. So I probably don't see a lot of people going inside of this plan. You do get a free custom domain, and you do get a little bit more allowances. If you really want to take this platform seriously, you would basically go to this Store Pro plan, which is $30 a month. And I'd say most people would actually stay here. The only reason you'd upgrade to Business Pro is if you wanted like a concierge sort of service. You do get support as well as what they call it, the white glove service, the white glove onboarding. But once again, Store Pro has basically everything you need. You lose the seller's fees, so it is 0%, and you do get access to things like AI as well. So now if we compare Beacons to SuperProfile, in SuperProfile, we once again have a free tier. You can basically get access to all of the tools inside of the free plan. You don't need your credit card to get started either. However, you don't have the ability to sell your own products. If you want to do that, you will need to go to the Creator plan. The Creator plan basically gives you access to everything. Nothing is held back. The only difference is inside of the Pro plan, if you ever wanted to talk, you could have your own dedicated growth manager, ads manager, and WhatsApp group. So once again, it's kind of like the Business Pro with Beacons. It's more of a concierge sort of service. So most people will probably stick with the Creator plan. So both of these platforms so far are kind of similar. You do have a lot of the same sort of features, a lot of the same sort of pricing. There's just this weird in between Creator Pro one as well. So what I'm going to do is actually log into both of my paid accounts to show you what they look like. Okay, so this is my Beacons account. I probably will have to blur a few things out as it's got my live sales data inside of here. But this is the back office. You can see it's nice and clean. We've also got this Meet Beam button and this box where you can actually chat with Beacons AI. You can ask it questions, give it sort of direction where you want to get some information from. You can actually also connect your social media channels so you can get some insights of what's been happening within your accounts. So this alone is a very good feature if you want to growth hack your account. It basically gives you the power of AI with all of your insights as well. So it's very easy to navigate. On the left, we've got everything to do with your link in bio. If you want to add links, that's all done here. We've also got brand deals, which isn't something that's offered inside of SuperProfile. So if you want to have a media kit, if you want to find brands, this just makes it that little bit easier. We've also got affiliated products as well. So if you want to sell other people's products, this is where you can host it. You can also find brands you can have affiliate links for. So once again, a nice little integration that they have here, which is not on offer inside of SuperProfile. We've also got digital products where you can create your own PDF products. You can also create your own courses, memberships, also your own one-on-one strategy sessions and sell those meetings. And then we've got marketing, things like your automations, your smart reply, which is Instagram's DM functionality. We've also got a link shortener. Below that, we have your analytics for your social medias, for your products, websites. You've got your sales and your payouts, and then finally your audience insights. So nice and easy, plenty of features inside of Beacons.ai. I personally believe it is probably the most feature-rich link in bio software out there. So definitely one of my favorite. Now this is my SuperProfile account. Once again, this is on the creator plan. And I actually did a full tutorial on this yesterday. So it's the same kind of layout. It's a little bit more simplified than Beacons. So we have here store. This is where you have the different tabs to edit your actual store. We've also got payments. I currently haven't got a payment integration here, so you can't see any sales data. I've also got my audience insights, right? You can see how many contacts have gone through each one, how many people have visited, and then you've also got the affiliate program here. Now down below that is where you'll find all of the features for actually SuperProfile, which is pretty cool. You can instantly add them to your store as well. So let's actually start comparing the two platforms' features, because this is where things get kind of interesting. So inside of Beacons, if you wanted to create a digital product, the process is very easy, very similar to actually inside of SuperProfile, right? You can create PDFs, you can create courses, you can also have meetings that you can sell, bookings, and also lead magnets. These are basically the same thing. The only main differences are inside of SuperProfile, you have the ability to do an email verification, and this is actually really unique. I haven't seen any other platforms offer this. But we've got this verification code tab here. So if someone wants to get this lead magnet that you're giving away, let's just say it's a free template or something like that, a cheat sheet, what's going to happen is when they put in their name and email, they'll actually get sent a one-time password. And once they go into their email and they plug in the one-time password, it's going to show that that email is legitimate, and then it's going to deliver the resource. So this just keeps your email list clean. It's just one of these things that it hurts your business to have bad emails inside of your business. So this just overcomes that. Now, in terms of the other features, honestly, majority of them are the same. However, once again, SuperProfile has a very, very thorough Instagram automation functionality, which is far superior to Beacons. And I'll quickly show you what they are. So if I come to Beacons Smart Reply, if we click New Smart Reply, it's going to say, how do you want it to be triggered? Either a specific post or reel, any post, or stories or DMs. Let's just say any post. Let's say the keyword is 999. Click on Continue. Now what we can do is basically send them a message. If we want to add them to a product, we can choose the product, change the text, and that's the end of that. Now, SuperProfile takes it miles beyond that. In fact, I would say it's almost on par with ManyChat, which is a massive claim. So if I go create automation, let's just say it's the same thing, comments on a post or reel, we'll choose any post. Okay, I'm going to put in the keyword 999, click add. We also have, first off, the ability to reply to the comments. This is going to increase your engagement on your post, which is going to get more eyeballs to your post, which is probably going to get you more leads as well. So what you can do is choose 3 different comments that it rotates through. Once you do that, you can set up your DM automation and your button just like inside of Beacons. So let's just say that there. I'm going to click on next, and this is basically the flow of it. So not only do we have the keyword, but we have the comment replies, which Beacons doesn't have, but we have one additional step which makes the entire process at least 10x worth more than the Beacons functionality. If we come back here and we click on this little pencil next to our message, we have the ability to send something before we actually send the resource. We can ask them to actually follow you, which it's going to check. And if they don't, it's going to ask them to follow before you send the resource. Or we can ask them to share an email, right? Share their email address. So let's just say DM to ask to follow you. This is actually the most popular, and this is a feature that ManyChat charges on their pro plan, but they charge you based on the amount of subscribers that have gone through it. So if you put 10,000 people through this automation, it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars a month. If you go through hundreds of thousands of followers, it's going to cost you thousands of dollars a month. But this is on the creator plan. You can have unlimited inside of SuperProfile. And this feature alone is why I'm going to keep using SuperProfile. It's just going to save so much money in ManyChat fees. But what's going to happen once they do the trigger word, it's going to say, so glad that you're here. Thanks a ton stopping by. Tap below and I'll send you the resource. Of course, you can edit what it says. Once they click this button, it's going to check if they follow you. And if they don't, it's going to say this. Oops, looks like you haven't followed me yet. It would mean a lot if you could visit my profile and hit that follow button so they can go and click back to your profile. They can follow you. If they come back and click I'm following, it's going to check again. And if they have followed you, then it's going to send the message. If they haven't, it's going to put you back into a loop. So this feature alone is not only going to grow your list, it's also going to grow your following. And honestly, this feature alone, like I mentioned, is why I'm going to stick with SuperProfile. It just is so much cheaper than using a platform like ManyChat or all of ManyChat's competitors. So that's another big one. And apart from that, honestly, you once again have the brand deal, the branding kits, media kits inside of Beacons.ai. You can also search some of the brands that they have inside of their platform. You can also use some branding, some tools that help build your media kit. You can also find out things like what your value is worth and create your tax forms and everything inside of it. So if you are an influencer, then definitely these features will help. But if you're just a digital marketing creator, then that might not really matter. The last thing I will compare is the affiliate program. Inside of Beacons, you can earn 25% profit share with every person you refer to Beacons who's on a paid plan. So if someone joins, you get 25% of any payments that they have to Beacons. And in SuperProfile, they've got up to 50%. It's actually done in a different amount of tiers. So you start off at 20% and then you have 2 more tiers, which eventually go up to 50%. So the more people you refer, the more money you're going to make. So once again, SuperProfile has got a massive push to try to get users. So that is my Beacons.ai versus SuperProfile comparison. Once again, a lot of similar features, but also there is some specific ones for specific users. So if I was to recommend Beacons.ai to someone, it would generally be if they are, for example, a course creator, as you have the affiliate program functionality. It could also be just selling digital products. This is something that Beacons has natively integrated. You also have the ability to use things like brand kits, the media kits, and finding brand partners inside of the platform. So if you are an influencer or if you like to do brand deals, then I'd say Beacons.ai is probably the better platform to have. However, if you're just a content creator, if you're just trying to grow your following, or even if you just want to skip ManyChat fees, I would highly recommend checking out SuperProfile. That feature alone makes that platform worth its weight in gold, and I'm going to be using it specifically because of it. So once again, if you want to grow your Instagram, I would recommend, if you want automations, instead use SuperProfile. It's just going to give you that better result. Anyway, that's it. Beacons versus SuperProfile. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to join, once again, my links and bonuses down in the description. That's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one.